outside till the killers come out. You ain't eating, you just act full. I'm impactful. Dozen funerals in a month. I got that pull. I will give it to niggas in all rap forms. Ignatius out right now on all.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am back early to break down the biggest mistake Victor Flynn has ever made in his whole entire life. And to help me break this down, I've got one of my number one homies who's just been coming through shining like a superstar that he is. He is a superstar. Matter of fact, he's more than a superstar. He's a fucking supernova. My boy, Just My Opinion Reviews. Avery, what's going on, homie?
How you doing? How you doing? How's everybody out there? Thanks for having me. Such a great, lovely interest being a supernova. I did not know that. I'm happy to hear it, man. Thank you for having me.
That's what's up, man. Well, we're happy to have you here, and we're interested in getting your thoughts. And audience, we're going to take you piece by piece, almost scene by scene, to get B's reaction, get my reaction, and see where we think this story is going. So, B, in 30 seconds, what was your overall feel for this episode?
I thoroughly enjoyed it and actually cared about some characters that I did not expect. Hint, hint, Miss Stacey Marks, the attorney. You know, I felt sorry for her towards the end. I like where they're going with Vic right now. It made me laugh. There's a number of characters that are getting on my nerve, and I hope that they meet their due. I was entertained. Tommy is biting off a lot that I don't know he can chew. And so we're going to see how this plays out. But he may be too big for his britches.
Agreed. Like I said on the first review we did, B. Avery, they got more entanglements on this show than Jada Pinkett Smith got at the Red Table Talk should be doing. Everybody trying to double cross everybody. And now you've got Victor Flynn, who has decided he don't want to be stuck between a rock and a hard place. And I think he made the wrong decision on the person he's going to try to take down. And we'll get there closer to the end. But B, let me go ahead and take you from the very top. In the very, very beginning, we get this little scene right here, which we knew was going to happen. They're torturing the hell out of the Backstreet Boy known as Vic, just torturing him until he basically says, Uncle, Tommy, I'll do whatever you want me to do, however you need it. B, when you saw this scene, what was you thinking?
You know, I was surprised. You said that you knew this was going to happen. I didn't think it was going to happen at all. I thought that Vic would have saw himself like, damn, I'm caught. I have to do what they say or they're going to blow my brains out. They're being nice right now. So if they're torturing him, it seemed like he has some pushback. And they was like, okay, no, we're running things over here, not you, sir. And so I just wasn't expecting him to say no. I thought it was just going to be obvious, like, yes, I'll do what you say, unfortunately, reluctantly. So yeah, I didn't expect this, but I don't like Vic. And so just kind of seeing him getting tortured, did put a smile on my face a bit.
Bingo. Bingo. I do not like Vic. He's a whiny crybaby to me. And I enjoyed every minute he was in there singing underwater like a goldfish. I enjoyed every minute. I wish they would have waterboarded him. That hurts worse than what they actually did to him, even though they say waterboarding is not as dangerous. I wish they would have done him like that. But basically, they tortured this man because they want a piece of Claudia's Finn Viagra business. They want their stuff to get in those clubs. And they also want to ensure that Vic is doing everything Tommy wants him to do to stay in front of Stacey Marks and the task force. Well, the thing about that is, B. Avery, Tommy has been 3-4 steps ahead of Stacy the whole time anyway.
Right.
So all Victor Flynn can do is just enhance where Tommy is going. And if you really want to be square about it, he's a liability for Tommy too, because there's no honor among thieves.
Right.
And we saw what happened in the end, and we'll get there in a second. Folks, let us know what you think about that opening scene.
And Stacy called that out too. saying to herself, like, what did you just say? It just slipped my mind. Well, I'm sorry, I forgot that quick, so I'm gonna let you make it.
No honor among thieves, or that Tommy stayed three steps ahead of Stacy.
Yeah, that Tommy stays 3 steps ahead because when she was talking to Claudia in jail, I think that's the image you brought up. She brought up that same fact. So interesting.
Yeah. Oh, I got thoughts about that one too. That jail scene. So now Vic goes to prison to see his sister as ordered by Tommy. Tommy wanted him to go there and see her. They're having a back and forth. She's calling him dirty names. He attempted on her life. He's basically telling her that she can get it in jail. She need to cooperate. Now, what surprised me, B. Avery, and I want to know if it surprised you. Were you okay with how easily she gave in? Floor is yours.
No, I was not. She's as frail as a snowflake. We've talked about that, how she looks and all the privilege. So she's just not used to being in these type of situations to where her hand is tied behind her back. Where men are coming in, and she didn't know this, with drugs that are 100 times more powerful than fentanyl. So no, I didn't expect it, but I'm not surprised. And I'm definitely not disappointed. I hope she gets shanked again.
Wow. B. Avery, she already about 3 bricks short in her back pocket of doing anything. You want them to take some more meat off her bones down, B. Avery?
Yes, sir. I do. All the bones, all the meats.
I was a little shocked at how easily she gave it up. I really was. A little shocked. But when I got to thinking about the way it was going, I said to myself, she's going to try to double cross her brother.
Oh, yeah.
She's going to try to double cross him. And I thought about all the players she's involved with. She's involved with the Marquez cartel. She's involved with Stacey Marks. And she hates Tommy. She hates Tommy.
With a passion.
So when she gave it up that quick, I said she gave it up that quickly for a reason. She didn't even let the Asian girl munch her carpet that quickly in the previous season, the way she gave this up. So I figured she was up to something, and we'll get to what she's up to in a minute. This one's for you, my brother. Tommy has an interesting plot to take out Miguel so that they can get to the Albanians. So what did they do? They run up in the warehouse where all the stash is at, and they burn that bitch up like Crockett and Tubbs from Miami Vice. What were your thoughts on this scene, B. Avery? If you smelt gas, B. Avery, if you smelt gas, are you really going to pull out your gun, or are you going to be trying to get out of it? Because what is a gun going to do if gas is about to blow up something? Please help me out.
It's just going to make it worse. But Lamont, this is one of my main complaints about this episode is I did not like this scene right here. I thought it was too corny, and I thought the execution was piss poor. The reason why I said that is the shot that you just pulled up with them walking out of the building with the fire behind them. Of course, we've seen that shot a gajillion times. It always happens in movies. It always happens in television. But the thing is, I don't mind seeing it over and over again. It's kind of one of those things that if it's done right, it does not get old. But it wasn't done right here, in my opinion. I think Diamond flinched, and you're not supposed to do that when you're walking. Also, this whole job just seemed way too easy. Like, okay, hey, let's just go run into the warehouse, lay out some gasoline, and set it on fire. Y'all didn't get caught? I mean, come on. This is a stash house with hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars worth of product. You don't got no cameras outside, nobody on this. You're going to have some people posted up looking out. Tommy want to walk outside pale as hell, looking like Steven Dorff. Bro, you don't want to put no ski mask on or nothing like this. And they know your car. Like everybody knows your car. When the last episode, when you pulled up to Miguel, where is she? What did you do? You pulled up in the same car, bro. Everybody knows that. And so I didn't like it, bro. This was just silly. It was messy. It was convenient. Worst scene of the episode.
Audience, I do not disagree. This scene was a mess. First of all, they almost got caught.
Yeah.
Tommy's phone was buzzing loud as hell while these guys was walking back and forth doing patrol. Okay, they should have caught that. Then when he was jingling his tools to try to pull out the wires, they should have caught that. Now, the other thing was they done clearly walked past the gas, B. Avery. They don't walk past where they poured the gas, and all of a sudden you damn near a football field away, and then you all of a sudden think,
yeah,
I smell some gas. Let me pull out my damn Glock.
yeah.
Come on, man. And that's just inside. Now I'm gonna go outside with B. Avery. B. Avery. This was, they wanted to stick their little iconic scene in here with the two brothers walking away from the burning house, like this is a house party. But you absolutely right. Number one, in a stash house with this much stash, there's going to be multiple guards. There's not going to be no empty door left untouched. No. There's going to be people outside. There's going to be cameras. And let's just say, for example, there were no cameras in the stash house. B. Avery. There's cameras on the road. There's not a street in America where you ain't got cameras every half mile, and everybody, like you said, know Tommy car. Hell, they know where he stay at.
Yeah.
Like people just walk in and out of his house like it's Firehouse Subs. Come in, take your order. Like, come on, man. I'm with you. Y'all let us know what y'all think.
You got enough money to buy another burner car, burner phones, burner car. I mean, even steal something real quick. You're gonna take. Yeah, it just that didn't add up. That didn't add up.
Yeah. Post your comments, y'all. I laughed at that scene not because it was forced comedy, but because it was unforced comedy. If this was baseball, that was an unforced era. That was highly unforced comedy because it was bad. I laughed at it. This one's what I got for you now, B. Avery. Old D-Mac.
Oh, man.
Done came back looking like Shubba Ranks. Tommy gave him clear instructions. Cut your hair, stay in school. I got to say this, B. Avery. He's playing his character. He's playing the role of a 17, 18-year-old who's young and dumb. And he's getting on my nerves, which means he's doing a great job. And shout out to the actor playing Marshall. He's also on The Chi. I don't know what it is about him, but I really like that actor. I think he's the next hot thing. Whereas we're getting Denzel's and all those guys are retiring, I think that young brother is the next hot thing coming up. So shout out to him. But what was you thinking about this conversation, man? Tommy actually gave him a loving, unclely speech, but it seems like they're forcing a whole lot of Tariq in this situation, or Tommy's second opportunity to save a Tariq character. What was your impressions of this scene?
That's an interesting take. I didn't think about that, the Tariq reference, but I may agree with you. But I will say I do agree with you as far as like he's playing a great job of someone that's 17, young and dumb, because man, hold up. I just so want to jump through the screen and choke him out like, bro, what are you talking about? Man, you are a dodo bird. Like, just sit there and shut the F up and chill. Even if you don't want to go to school and cut your hair, bro, just watch YouTube all day. You know what I'm saying? Smoke some weed. I mean, this is the only time where I'm telling you it's okay just to sit back, do nothing, and get high. Usually I wouldn't suggest that, but in this, you done effed up enough. That's all you need to be doing right now. I have never liked this character. He has always got on my nerve. And I've never liked the acting either. But in this episode, I thought the actor did a great job. Is his real name Ahmad Nicholas Ferguson? Is that the Yeah, he actually did a pretty good job. Later on in the episode as well, when Jernard came and spoke to him, but I don't want to jump too far ahead. But it was funny him trying to hide in the closet, and Tommy, hey, get your ass out here, that was funny. I don't want to jump too far ahead. I know he pissed me off later on, but yeah, he's doing a great job being an annoying a-hole.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this scene with him and Tommy wasn't the only piece of stupidity that happened in that same house. And poor Marshall, like he said later in the episode, now that you hear D-Mac, my house done turned into the delivery spot. Everybody's showing up at my door. And I was so nervous, B. Avery, one time Marshall went to the door and keep looking through that keyhole that I'm nervous like sometime he's going to look in that keyhole, somebody going to blow his eyeball out.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I was thinking that
And
too.
you know, what they did here, B. Avery, that was interesting for me was D-Mac is in here, done got himself an interesting plot, intricate plot, as they say in New York. And that interesting plot that D-Mac's got is that he wants to prove himself to get back into CBI. Now, the way he messed up and got out of CBI in the first place was trying to take out King Kilo Boy. And now he ain't got no money, got no work. He's supposed to be sitting on his butt, not doing nothing. He tells Marshall about this cockamamie scheme that we will destroy in a little bit. They really let D-Mac get on our nerves this episode because he made 3 dumb mistakes, young and dumb, and we're going to pick him apart for it. Number one, dude, if you want to keep your hair, fine, but you got to stay inside. I ain't got no problems with that. I don't got no problems with the heritage. You do that. But you got to stay inside and follow directions. Now you're becoming a mark, liability. This one hurt, B. Avery. I didn't feel too good about this one. Oh, Stacey Marks got served divorce papers on her job.
Yeah.
Drop it, B. Avery. What was you thinking?
Her husband's an asshole for that. That was a PUSSY move. Like, look, if the marriage is failing, I mean, well, first of all, let me back up. I personally don't, and I don't have much like relationship experience, but I personally don't agree with divorce unless there is some type of abuse or adultery. I believe in working it out. Now, I mean, there are some caveats in there. You know, if somebody is a supporter of just some serial killing rapist or something, you know, or you turn into someone like that, then okay, it's over with. But
or there's always the emotional and physical neglect that drains a marriage too, and that one usually goes unseen until somebody decides to step out.
Right, and that's why I want to say I don't have that much experience, so it's just like, you know, I can only say so much. But you know, in relation to their episode, I mean, in reference to their relationship in this episode, the husband, I didn't see it coming for one. I mean, I know it was rocky. I know they had some problems, but like Stacy said later on, like, can we not talk about this? This is like a whole move. I feel like in the office, that was the first time that they talked about it. And now you want to serve her some papers at the job, knowing how stressful it is. Like, he made some good points about how unhappy he was last episode, but the way he handled it here, I thought was just like piss poor. And she took it well too. I mean, on the job, and you just open this, like, you know, divorce papers, and she took it in stride. So shout out to her, man. But I don't like the husband. I like the husband too. We always been making jokes about Stacy, but you know, he dropped the ball this one. So shame on him.
Folks, B. Avery's hitting all the home runs tonight. I totally agree with him. That was nothing but a bitch move on the husband's part. This was the epitome of passive aggressive.
Yeah.
The epitome of passive aggressive. You got those people who are so non-confrontational, or they don't want to be bothered, that they'll send you an email instead of picking up the phone and calling you. Bruh, you're going to have to confront her in a divorce anyway. Yeah. And I think Stacey Marks took it well, B. Avery, because she's through with the marriage too. She's all about her career. And to some degree, she has been all about her career the last couple of years. And now that she's got Mayor on the table, she's not thinking about Bobby like that. And so I think that was one reason why she took it well. Now, don't get me wrong. I think she was hurt that it happened, but I think she was more hurt that instead of being a man and just coming and talking to me, you're going to send me this paperwork on my job.
Yeah.
On my job. You know what? Bobby, it would be coming to him if Stacey Marks decided that the delivery guy, she wanted to screw him because he was jacked up, you know, looked like he could be a bodyguard. If Stacey Marks gave him the panty draws, that would be the ultimate FU Bobby. You did it. You sent him to me.
That would, but let's make sure that's the last resort right there. Don't they stay under the same roof in the same house? You couldn't have left it on the when she got home on the kitchen on the island or something?
B. Avery, you just tell her. You talk about this. You
He
talk about it.
He wasted money paying for a person to deliver the papers. This is crazy. Also, how do you feel about that though? Her prioritizing her career. Is this a conversation that you need to have prior to marriage? Like, okay, hey, I know we got this going on right now. We on child number 3, and we got to pay off these school loans, so we can't do this right now. Can't even go on the honeymoon, but my career is important to me. So 10 or 15 years down the line, you know, I'll sacrifice now and play the housewife. I'm just making stuff up, but I think you know what I'm trying to do here. You know, it's time for me now. I want to be mayor. How do you feel about that?
That is something you've got to work out with your spouse, because there are some jobs that are so strenuous, so taxing. Your family is going to be involved, and politician is definitely one of them. This is not like you go to work as a teacher and then you come home. No, you're going to be first of all, you're going to be in the public spotlight. You've got a high demanding job, high stress. You're on the road all the time. So you've got all these elements that can tear apart a family. You've got to have a discussion about this, and your spouse needs to be on board for it. You have to be upfront about it. And even if you do have those conversations and the spouse says he's on board, is it wrong that once the spouse gets a taste of how that life goes, if they say, nope, this ain't for me? I don't think that's wrong. When you get married, ultimately you're committing to the person, not their job. You're committing to the person, not their job, unless you're marrying the person for their money. And if you are doing that, you need to be upfront and clear with them. And I'm not knocking nobody that do that. I knock you if you're not being honest about it. And I do know that the longer you go on in a relationship and a marriage, or just dating someone, things change as you go. People grow, people don't grow. Habits change, your goals change. And sometimes when you're trying to grow, it can cause you to grow apart from your relationship. And so a conversation about that needs to always be had. And when he said something about they should have went to counseling, they can go to counseling now. If you done served the papers, you should have thought about counseling prior.
Yeah, he tripping. That was bad. Yeah. I kept thinking about this woman I dated a few years ago that there's nothing wrong with it. She was career driven. She didn't value marriage as much as I did. She treated it like it was no big deal. I was like, okay. Anyway, sorry.
Today's society behavior, more and more people are deciding not to get married for various reasons. Now, for you, it's spiritual. It's not just the business side of it. It's spiritual with you. But for a lot of people, you know, that piece of paper is expensive, and that piece of paper kind of makes it very difficult to walk away. Makes it very difficult. It makes you think twice about, oh, I'm done. Hands up, don't shoot. And a lot of people are just deciding nowadays, you know, we just gonna be long-term committed, but we ain't gonna be putting no papers and stuff on it. And then you get into the talk of signing prenuptial agreements. So we digress, people, but maybe we'll have to come back and have a real man's conversation on love, dating, and marriage, because, you know, Mike can be the love doctor. I can't.
Yeah. Can't leave that part out.
Yes, you got it, my brother. Here we go with this right here. Oh boy, a character you hate. Yeah. You have no love for Shanti the showstopper. Zero. B. Avery can't stand this woman. And when I tell you she playing Junkie Jernard like a French fiddle, can you say Vuvuzela? She is playing him like the Fifth Street Orchestra. She done manipulated this man into going and getting in the head of his brother, to try to infiltrate his brother, to try to infiltrate Tommy, so that they can get into a meeting with Che. When you saw this scene, B. Avery, what was you thinking? Other than how hot Shanti the showstopper was looking.
You messing with me? I think so. I'm not saying that the woman is unattractive. I'm not saying
no. I know you hate the character. So in this instance, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the character more so than I am talking about her physical appearance.
I'm gonna stay there though, real quick. I'm not saying that she's unattractive. She's not my cup of tea. She's not my type. I think that's more because of her demeanor and personality, though, to be honest with you. And I may not be her, so it all works out great. She's probably she sees this, which she's not like, I don't give a damn. But no, I don't like her character. I did like her though at a point in this episode, though, Lamont, and we'll get to it. But this particular scene right here, man, I was just rolling my eyes because I'm just like, this relationship is such a farce. I'm just like, who is gonna double cross the other person first? You know, like that it's like this is like textbook like placeholder relationship, like just you around, I don't got nobody else, let's get it in real quick, okay, monkey bath, shower, move on. I Yeah, I don't like her. She's too power hungry, and I'm just waiting for this grenade to blow up in their face right here. And I think you said that she's playing Jernard. I think that Jernard knows that. I don't think he's that dumb to not, to not know that she don't really give a damn. Or maybe she does. She's just a horrible person. But I think I'm gonna stick with the former though, actually, on that one.
I actually think she do really care about him, but she's kind of acting like she's doing two duties in this relationship. She's the brain and the bronze
Yeah.
in this relationship. And I say I think she really care about him because later on, homeboy was sitting down there unbraiding her hair, almost as if he's her bitch. Now, if you're from the hood like me, and I'm from the hood, I'm in the era of Allen Iverson where men had dreads, girls were rocking cornrows, plenty of dudes in the hood was unraveling females' hair. So if this is something that y'all new age cats don't do, it was something that we was doing during the 90s. But my issue with Shanti, the showstopper, and I do think she really cares about Jernard. Do she really think in her mind he is gonna double cross his brother for her?
Yeah, she tripping. Like, even if he did a good job of pretending that he was going to do it, like he's reticent every time she brings it up, or like he's just skeptical, cautious about it. So I don't know what she tripping on. And I mean, like, why would you? What did Diamond do again for her to be so gung ho on that? I don't remember, but she's crazy.
Well, first of all, she don't like Diamond hanging around with Tommy. She feels like Jernard held down CBI while Diamond was in jail, and she just got a hard on because Diamond, if Jernard's love is splintered between her and Diamond, and she wants to be able to control all of Jernard, all of Junkie Jernard, and on some level, B. Avery, she's had a positive influence on him, and I'll talk about that in a minute.
It's funny though. She said blood is thicker than water. She's the water here. Her brother is the blood, so he gonna choose him over her. But we're gonna find out.
Yeah, they not married. If you was married, you have a point, but you're not married.
Exactly.
Like, right. You just give out some good sweat room draws. Yeah, I don't know if y'all have ever messed around in a sauna, but man, it's a hell of a feeling. Get it in that sauna, baby. Maybe the boxing arena feels the same way.
Yes.
B. Avery, we got a shootout situation. Now, you see that dude in that orange shirt back there? They rolled the camera on him for a reason. At first, B. Avery, I thought he was there to take out Tommy. That's what I thought. Or Maria. And then eventually we see that he's one of Tommy's men. And the Ortega folks come by, shoot up the place while B. Avery, they just trying to eat their pizza. That's all they doing. They just trying to have their one little cheese pizza. Tommy's boy gets shot up, and it just so happened that fine-ass Maria, the nurse, is able to stitch him up because Tommy didn't want the police coming and sniffing their nose around. Give me your thoughts on this scene.
Yes, she is fine. She was actually, I think, like finer in this episode. It was weird. I know.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I know I want some of that pizza though. I haven't had a good slice in a minute. But this scene, I would have rather them not have the line of dialogue of like, "Hey, we need extra security," and then, "Hey, you never know, things could just pop off around the corner in just a second. Drop off a hat, and then 5 seconds later, the cartel comes and just shoot them up." I'm okay with that. leave that line of dialogue out. You know, it was just like, oh, you know, they're gonna get shot right now, especially with the way they're filming it. And you also brought up the fact that they recorded or focused in on the guy with the orange shirt back there. I was thinking he was gonna double cross him, or you know, kind of like what the other guy did with D-Mac later. You know, like, hey, we're gonna be at the pizza spot off Fifth Avenue in Keast at 4 p.m. Make sure you come from the southeast side. And you know, it seemed like they were going in that direction, but I could be completely off.
I agree, man. I agree. I was just like, okay, I get it now. He's there to protect Tommy. But at the end of the day, I don't even think he had a chance to whip out his gun. It happened so fast. Bruh, Tommy, get you some better hitters, man. You better not leave him to try to protect Marital. You're in trouble. And sticking on this same theme, behavior, the next scene they give us after the shootout, after the hit on Tommy's life came, you know, they had to have a talk about, is this some get back for what Tommy did? And Maria's there, and you know that the CBI boys, they don't really care for Maria because she is their competitor's sister.
Mm-hmm.
And this is when Jernard got stepped to by Tommy. Tommy told his ass, don't you ever come back to my house. And Jernard felt like his brother let Tommy disrespect him. B, if this was a three-way battle royal, UFC style, but in the WWE ring, who you say winning this battle?
Diamond.
What?
Between Diamond, Jernard, and Tommy?
Yeah.
A three-way battle royale, every man for himself.
Every man for himself in the WWE ring, but it's UFC rules.
I'm going with Diamond, bro. Easy.
I'm going with Jernard. Easy.
What?
Diamond carrying too much weight. All Jernard gonna have to do is rope-a-dope him. And Tommy, he ain't carrying enough bricks in his back pocket.
Right. Jernard is too emotional for me, man.
That's true. That's true. But if you put some cocaine in that man's nose, all bets is off.
That's a completely different story. If he transforming it as Super Saiyan level 1, then yeah. But yeah, I give it to Jernard. And I'm pro Jernard in this scene too. Tommy was just
me too.
You know, I mean, I know this your house, but you know, y'all are in the business. It was just unnecessary. Like, why poke the bear?
Exactly. Because Tommy got an ego. Tommy got to let folks know I'm running this.
And they
he never had. I'm sorry.
They think in the chat that Tommy will win too. That's crazy.
Okay, well, yeah. I could see that too. All I'm saying is Diamond would be third. Period.
Wow.
Diamond gonna be third because Diamond carrying too much weight in the midsection. That's gonna tire his butt out. He carrying it, Avery, too much.
He got a lot of muscle back too, man. You're not just gonna bring him down. That's crazy. We need somebody.
Avery, let me ask you this:
simulate this fight.
If you had to pick between if somebody was fighting for your life and you had to pick between Dolph Lundgren and Bruce Lee, which one you taking?
I'm picking Bruce Lee
all day, and Bruce Lee weighed 125 pounds. Dolph Lundgren is like 6'4", 290. Why are you picking Bruce Lee?
Lamont, there's no comparison here. That's the worst comparison in the world.
I'm comparing sizes. You made your argument for the size of Diamond.
Yeah, but you said Bruce Lee, that's a skilled fighter. Like, we're not talking about size, we're talking about skill level too. Bruce
Dolph Lundgren holds
Diamond and Jernard or Tommy are not world-class fighters, martial artists. So I will go to the martial artists. That's who will win out of three of them. But that hasn't been revealed yet. You was about to say something about Dolph Lundgren. He's a what? He's a black belt in karate, and he's a master's level in taekwondo. On top of being a rocket scientist. Means zero to me, especially taekwondo. And I can say that because I took taekwondo. But
I did too. Okay, post your comments down below, man. Who y'all gonna have take a fight for your life, man? Post your comments down below.
I mean, I'm not saying Taekwondo person can't fight, but on average, I don't know. Taekwondo person kick your head off.
Yeah,
They
for
train.
sure.
So.
For sure. And now we get to another kind of scene where I saw someone in this scene. I was like, okay, this is a setup for something. So be Avery, the DNC lady comes in there, has her talk with Stacy. Stacy just lied through her teeth about everything is okay in the home. And I noticed how they panned on the girl that's the assistant for the DNC. And might I say, be Avery, that Rhea, whatever her name was, the assistant for the DNC, hubba, if I was Rush Limbaugh. And the way they zoomed in on her, I was like, they're going to use her for something. You don't bring a woman this hot in for nothing. Sure enough, Vic is sitting out there asking Stacey Marks, who is this woman? And the next thing you know, he's in there in the throes of talking about still lying to Stacy, trying to get information and trying to plant seeds. What was you thinking when you saw this scene? And was you thinking Vic was going to actually come clean?
No, I didn't think he was gonna come clean, but I didn't catch what you caught earlier. The women were attractive. I thought that she was gonna go in on him. She did a little bit, like, don't eat where you don't shit where you work or something like that. And hey, it took you forever to call me back. I thought she was gonna cuss him out, like, motherfucker, don't be coming by my office. Are you serious? You supposed to be dead. You gonna blow up the spot, you're gonna mess it all up. You're gonna blow the cover. But she didn't though. But Vic is so obvious that he's a double agent. I think that she's gonna figure it out, not know how to handle it. I mean, because she doesn't want to die herself either. And of course, she's trying to be the mayor, but excuse me, I think she may figure it out by next episode. I don't think they're going to prolong this until the end of the season. That would, I won't say it'd be boring, but I think she's going to find out fairly soon. I'll just say that he's, going back and forth.
I think they're kind of in a rock and a hard place with the writing because of what Vic did at the end of the episode. And I do agree with you. She's going to find out. And then it's going to come down to how can she manipulate him? Because her number one priority, her number one priority is mayor, but as revealed in this next scene, Claudia calls her down there and wants to cut a deal to get Tommy. Now, what got on my nerves about this scene, if you was an officer of the law, you mean to tell me you getting a Phil Jackson pep rally speech from a prisoner? Really? The prisoner got you pep rallied up because Cloudy was in there just giving her dime. This is why we need to get Tommy. And I know you want him too. I know you are. You're ambitious, blah, blah, blah. And Stacey Marks ate it up until the very end when she was like, you cross me, I will have you in somewhere worse than this place. Somewhere where it's not a carpet, it's a steel beam. What did you think about this scene, B. Avery?
The only thing I thought of is it was amusing to me how confident Stacy was and how her tone changed. Outside of this cell, she's scrambling, running around like a chicken with a head cut off, getting served divorce papers, Merkovich popping up dead, people talking crap here and there. She don't know what to do. But here she's just like, well, makes you think that I would cut a deal with you. You need this woman barely. She can definitely give you a oop. So it's just funny to me and amusing that she's playing coy and playing hard to get. Other than that, I didn't pick up anything else. Just how dirty Claudia looks.
Yeah, she do look like a wet chicken, my man. I mean, definitely not the kind of chicken nugget I want to dip in any sauce for sure.
This is correct.
And shortly after that, B. Avery, we got Vic over here just stressing the hell out with Tommy at Tommy's house. And Tommy is getting some information. Vic told him Stacy is running for mayor, and we can bring up the original power when Tommy and Ghost found out about Councilman Tate, how they tried to use him. And now Tommy basically said, I love to have a mayor in my back pocket. What'd you see happening from this, B?
Nothing. I don't know what Tommy can get on Stacy. Maybe I missed it or something, misunderstood, but I like having a mayor in my back pocket. She's not going to work with you, and I don't even think you can blackmail her. Like, with what? We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think the writers would just crash and burn like that. Also with Vic, I don't see him lying to Tommy at all. That would be to his detriment. I think he's going to be honest Abe the whole time, but I could be wrong there too. But I'm confident about that actually.
Well, I think Tommy is going to placate that woman's ambition. People that want to run for office, it's a dirty business, ladies and gentlemen. Look at what's going on in our country right now that they're putting in front of our face for us to see, that we've always thought was happening, but we'd always kind of deny it, give it a benefit of a doubt. Oh, no, it's not happening. What you see is nothing but the iceberg. We see the tip. It's worse underneath. And Tommy is going to find a way to screw her or help her get that mayorship, but he's going to have some kind of dirt on her. Maybe he got to take out somebody to help her. He is going to get Stacy in his back pocket. And once he does that, what do he need Vic for?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't see that happening, but we'll find out.
Next behavior I got for you. They took out Miguel's stash. So when these men told Tommy they didn't want his $2,800 a key, he laughed. Now he's back. He done took out the competition, and now he's giving them a premium. And the first thing that came out of their mouth was, are we going to have problems with Miguel? So be Avery, are we going to have Miguel problems?
100%. 100%.
Of course.
100%. I mean, that's just obvious. Show would be boring if we didn't.
Nothing else need to be said here, ladies and gentlemen. You know good and damn well we're going to have multiple Miguel problems. We're probably going to have an Ortega problem too in that situation. Post your comments. Let us know what you think.
Is Miguel
now, this right? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
They're going to live or die?
He going to die.
Okay.
He's dead.
We're going to kill him. His sister. Da-da-da. I'm joking. I don't know.
I hope they don't do that. I mean, you could see that for dramatic appeal. I hope they make it come out of left field. I would love for it to be Claudia that kills him. And so she be done got two major characters. She be done took out Juliana, and now she be done took out Miguel. I would love for it to be Claudia, and then maybe somehow, some way, Maria take out Claudia. But that would be a whole lot to do in one season. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Speaking of people that's going to die, B. Avery, two characters from this episode, I can go ahead and tell you, I would bet you $100,000 out of the 401k that there was two people this episode who definitely kicking the bucket. And this is one of them. Auntie Flynn, Council Christmas. She's done. Now, she's in here advising Vic that Flynn's are never stuck. And she told Vic she need to pick the one. She need to pick the one of the two people that's got him hemmed up. Pick the one that's weakest. Mm-hmm. He made his pick at the end, and I think it was a very dumb pick. But what was you thinking when you saw this? Who was you thinking he was going to pick, Stacy or Tommy?
I don't know, but I am surprised by her role in this. She showed that she grew some cojones towards the end. She seemed like she was just out of the game, oblivious, not aware of all that goes on in the last episode. But here she's like, choose the weakest and chop off their balls. I just wasn't expecting that. I don't know. I that caught me off guard. I saw she's gonna die though. Definitely, they did set her up to die. You know, with top of the mountain speech, chop off the balls, find the weakest. But other than that, I don't know. I don't know what you got.
I'm gonna reveal it when we get to the end. Vic made a bad choice. He's made a bad choice. Then we get back to another person who's making a whole lot of dumb choices. Oh, D-Mac. Now, D-Mac done went in here and robbed a poker game with some heavy hitters in there. He robbed the poker game, punched Marshall in the stomach almost for real. Trying to impress the CBI. He gives Junkie Jernard the core fentanyl. And you got, I will get to that in a minute. That was another stupid decision. But when you saw this scene and all the dumb mistakes Jernard was making, along with D-Mac, what was going through your mind, B. Avery?
I just wanted him to die. I wanted him to get his ass whooped. I just like there was another ass whooping that happened later on in this episode we'll talk about. But I wanted D-Mac to get beat up like that. This guy here is just man. I don't know if he's more annoying than Tariq, but he is annoying. He is annoying. I don't like him.
I feel like they are making him as annoying as Tariq, but it's young men would do stupid shit like this, B. Avery. And then the next scene, after he's got the money that's left over, this fool who now mind you, he's supposed to be hiding out, B. Avery. He's supposed to be hiding out. If you ain't gonna hide out, at least cut your hair like Tommy said. You know, be inconspicuous. Not only is he not doing that, he done went and bought a motorcycle, got flashy, done drugged this girl into his mess so she's liable to die. And then he got back in her good graces by giving her a damn journaling notebook. Now, she's young too, so it could just take a journaling notebook to get back in the panty drawers of a young woman like that. Ask anybody on that Epstein list, because they would be able to tell you. But here, these was two stupid young people, in particularly more so D-Mac. Give me your thoughts, man. And then B. Avery, he's pulling up, popping wheelies on the bike, drawing more attention to himself. Then he takes off with this woman, this girl, drawing more attention to himself, putting her life in danger.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth, man. Yeah, you popping wheelies and stuff, you know. And not only that, is you got the brightest bike in the world. You couldn't get a black one or something that blends in. You want to get bright neon green and rev the engine and you know, oh hey, like just call her, bro. She's not calling you back. Leave her alone. And yeah, he's young, man. But I was just like, oh God, you're trying to buy her all these trinkets and stuff. You know, of course, I made some silly dating decisions when I was young, but I ain't never just broke my pockets, you know, to get a hug. You know,
me neither.
So that's just I can at least say that much. But yeah, it's D-Mac. I wish the bike would have exploded, not with her on it, but just with him on it.
I got you. Shout out to all the girls I messed around with and dated in high school that asked for 14 karat gold and you got sterling silver. That was a business decision, ladies. A complete business decision, okay? D-Mac, stupid. Right. Young, dumb, and it's going to get you hemmed up. Don't forget, King Kilo is going to be getting out of prison soon.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is a scene I know B. Avery loved.
Oh, yeah.
Shanti, the showstopper, told Elise that she was going to have problems now that her and Claudia is in bed with Tommy and they got this kind of three-way Viagra deal going. This girl was skimming off the top. She told Elise she wouldn't be able to control her hose, and she had to come in there, pop this girl in the butt, and then basically called Elise a snow bunny rich girl. B. Avery, give me the joy you had in this scene.
Oh, yes, man. Shanti came through. This was the best scene that I've seen her in out of the whole show, out of the whole series. We got to see what she's been doing in that gym this whole time. She hit him with, she connected 4 times, smashed the head against the wall, the locker 3-4 times, and just to the body 2 or 3 times more. I'm like, oh, this was nice. This was very entertaining. Only thing I didn't like was I think she had the same outfit on as earlier. Maybe it was the same day. But I'm just thinking, like, where were you this whole time? Like, she told you not to come, that she doesn't need you. So were you just kind of chilling in the cut like Blade, you know, in the corner somewhere this whole time? But other than that, man, I love the ass whooping. The stripper lady escort is dumb as hell. I don't know why you thought you can get away with charging customers an extra $100 per gram. That's, you know, not smart at all. People are stupid. But yeah, it was a well-deserved ass whooping, and I was like, yeah.
Well, B, she thought she could get away with it because Elise has basically been allowing her to get away with it by not checking up on anything. That's number one. Number two, if you've ever hung around or if you've ever had to deal with strippers who work in upscale clubs with rich dudes like in the Epstein class, they'll tell you how easy it is to skim money out of them because they'll just hand them their credit cards. They'll just hand them their wallets and just say, bring it back to me. I used to drive cabs. in a city when I was in college, and I would get all the stories from these strippers, and they would be tipping me $100 because they done basically robbed a rich guy of $1,000. You know, it's easy to get these men who are like that under influences. They don't know what the hell has happened until 30 days they get their credit card statement or something like that. And so I could see why she's been doing it, but she's never had nobody to come in there and give her that 2-piece and a biscuit the way she deserved, because Elise ain't gonna do it. But Shanti Showstopper, acting like she from Detroit, came in there with them hoop earrings, them braids, them fake eyelashes, and gave her a 2-piece, got her mouth looking like Blade, as you said. Messed up.
Hilarious.
It was great. This is the other scene that I know you have a lot of thoughts about, you don't care for. This is when Shanti Showstopper showed her vulnerability. You know, she let you know that she really cared about this man. She was about to walk out on him, B. Avery, because he was in that car when he had got them drugs. He was thinking about it, but he didn't do it. He put it in the glove box. And the first thing she went to check was his arms to make sure he hadn't done nothing. He hadn't done nothing. And that just made her feel a little bit more confident in him. What did you think about this exchange that happened at the crib with the candles and him taking her hair down? Ooh, wee, rub your fingers through my hair.
I actually like the setup, you know, other than her turning aggressive rah-rah, like we need to do this, kill your brother. But the setting was nice. You know, everybody likes a lot, nice dinner, nice food, nice vibe, nice candles and all that. That was nice. And seeing her vulnerable was cool too. And yeah, she did show that she actually cared, you know, checking his arms like, you know, either me or the needle. So I was like, okay, respect. You know, maybe you are in this for the real thing, you know. So I was actually kind of impressed by this scene right here. I wasn't expecting it.
I liked it. It showed a vulnerability to both of them. And it was also building more tension that when push comes to shove and Jernard is going to have to make that decision between Shanti and his brother, they're just adding more drama to it, B. Avery. He's not going to pick Shanti. And the writers are doing everything they can to make us feel some kind of way when it comes down to who is he going to kill, his brother or her. They really want us to feel like he should be tied to her, but I see right through it. He's going to shoot her and ain't going to think twice about it. He's going to do it. Post your comments. Let us know what y'all think.
It's true.
Here you go, B. Avery. The pumpkin chief tried to be passive aggressive when you should have just went on ahead and got this business out the way. He brought up, let's go to counseling. He brought up the part that got Stacey Marks quiet. Are you just doing this because you want to be mayor? Which I believe that's why she's doing it. He's upset about losing his boy. He's upset she continues to pick his career over her. They both love each other, but relationships take more than love. They take work, they take patience, they take compromise. What's going to happen with this scene, behavior, is this breakup going to come back to haunt Stacy?
No. I think that the breakup is going to haunt him. But yeah, I talked about it earlier. He's a weenie bag. He's a weenie baby. I don't like him anymore. He has lost my respect. I don't think it's going to blow up in her face. I think they're actually going to work it out. And I think that after they do work it out, he's going to die by being in the crosshair. She's going to be like, no.
Oh my goodness. B. Avery, I think that with what's going to happen with these two, they don't love each other. Tommy is looking for a way to get Stacy under his control. I could easily see Tommy kidnapping this husband.
Oh my God.
She already done lied to the DNC saying that everything is cool. And if the husband is kidnapped and threatened and Tommy is torturing him to get him to say anything he wants him to say, he could come out and reveal all the dirty secrets about Stacy. And I think that the vice grip Tommy can put on Stacy for mayor is grabbing the husband. Book it, ladies and gentlemen. Book it. That's how Tommy is going to get control of that mayorship, and that's how Tommy could blow up everything for Stacey Marks. Because the DNC is going to want to know what's going on with your husband. They already done asked her that, and she lied to him. And it's going to come back. Tommy's going to get to Bobby, and we're going to have some heat of the night moments coming up. Somebody wants to say hello to you, B. Avery. I warned you.
Where's
Come
she
on
at?
and say hi. She's hiding, acting like she's shy, her Spanish-speaking self. Get on up here, Elle.
Come on,
Okay,
Elle.
never mind. She don't want to speak now. She's acting all shy.
Okay.
We'll continue until she decides she wants to talk.
Okay.
Now, I can go ahead and tell you, B. Avery, there's going to be some panty draws in this situation right here. I can go ahead and tell you. Vic is now trying to infiltrate the DNC lady. So you now have two angles that could work for Tommy. Two. You got Vic that's going to be manipulating the assistant to the DNC person. Tommy might go get Bobby, and he's working his own professional angle. Other than this wonderful lady right here who's talking to him and the cheesy way he approached her, what do you think is going to happen between these two?
Panty draws, like you said.
Of course.
But I think after that she's gonna peep game and cut him loose though. Probably shame him a little bit. I think she's
you don't think he's going to be able to use her in no capacity?
Oh yeah, he is, but I think she's gonna peep game.
Would it be weird if she's down to be dirty and grimy? Would that be weird?
That would be weird. That would be weird. I'm not expecting that at all. But yeah, that definitely would be weird.
Now, what did you think about his Mac game? Hard-working lady. I recognize hard work. Game recognize game.
I've seen worse. It wasn't the best, you know. He was trying, but she ate it up though. You know, what did you think?
Look, at the end of the day, it's not bad game, no matter what you say, if you get the appeasement of who you're talking to. It's bad only when you don't get the appeasement. And I always tell fellas, sometimes if you feel uncomfortable and you just got to say something, don't be trying to think of some crazy stuff. Don't be trying to be Lamont on the fly.
Yeah.
Pick a situation that's going on in the environment. Make a notation of it. What I used to do in the gym in my single days, B. Avery, if there was a good-looking woman at the gym early in the morning and it's cold outside, I would call the girl Miss Discipline. And they would always be like, what makes you think I'm Miss Discipline? You're in the gym early in the morning and you fought old man Wood to still come and work out in this gym. And B. Avery, those lines never failed me in the gym. Never.
I believe
never.
It.
So
well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You good.
What I was gonna say is nothing is corny as long as you get what you want. I was gonna say besides dirty macking, you know, and don't lie on yourself or anything like that. But other than that, all is good.
Exactly. Now, I thought this was dumb on Tommy's behalf too. The guy that they got some get back on, they brought his head. Tommy's in here making a mockery of it to the crew, and the crew don't like it because they feel like there's going to be some retaliation. And like Jernard said, wherever Tommy go, there seems to be a cloud of bad luck, death, and destruction following him. And when you saw Tommy do this and you really didn't need to do it, what was you thinking? And then I'll throw this in there for you, B. Jernard actually got more credit with the Chicago gangs than Tommy did because he's an original from Chicago. Even when his brother was in jail, Jernard was holding it down for 15 years, which is why the crews and the gangs gave him a better response than Tommy. Talk to me.
Well, I love that Jernard got his respect and recognition because it was well deserved. I know I didn't like Jernard at first, but he is growing on me more and more. So this is cool. And I like the fact that Diamond stood up for us, but like, nah, I'm with Jernard, you know, and you know, because he was heard. And sometimes you just want to be heard, especially from your sibling. And if you don't, you know, that can, you know, cause a crash out. So I'm glad that didn't happen with Jernard, but I'm glad that he was able to get his respect. But Tommy chopping off the head and be like, everybody look, I mean, it just seemed like it's so out of character and just so left field. I don't like it. The head, for one, didn't look real. It feel real at all. And so that kind of just clocked me out. And that's just effing gross. Like, I don't know if I want to work with somebody that can just do something like that so casually, and and it was a dumb decision anyway. Like, I'm with everybody else, bro. This is the cartel. Like, we're cool with this coalition, but they got us 7-1. So Tommy was stupid for that.
I also think that was Tommy's show of force. It was his ego, and it was his show of force to the gangs that, look, I'm here. We can take on anybody, which is rather reckless. If you're going to do it, you got to use guerrilla warfare. You can't take on everybody you're dealing with. You're dealing with the Serbs, the Albanians, the Marquez crew, Miguel's crew, Che. You can't take on all of them by yourself. And Tommy is running around here getting in entanglements with everybody, and he don't know that he's in an entanglement with two people who he's standing beside in this very meeting. He's in entanglements with two of them. He don't know it. And so I just think that, Tommy, you didn't need to show this kind of force. I think the guys, they respect you already anyway, but now you're trying to make them scared. I just don't think you should have done that. But we'll see if it come back to bite him. This is his show, but you do got to let the protagonist take some kind of dip sooner or later. He got to get hit up sooner or later. And maybe we'll see that in the next episode. Speaking of Tommy getting hit up, Miguel is fed up. Miguel done went and hired him an assassin. And look how they gave him the TLC red light special. This is like a subtle way for the writers and the production team to say that this dude is like the devil. This dude ain't going to be easy to take out. He is going to be a force to be reckoned with. So be Avery. With this guy being one of the best assassins that money can buy, because he ain't cheap. How is this going to go down with Tommy? And will this guy take a shot at Tommy and hit somebody else?
I think he's going to take a shot at Tommy and hit somebody else. I can't wait to see him in the next episode and throughout the rest of the season. You know, he's going to have a big deal or be a big factor because of the way they shot it. They got his face, so we didn't know who he looks like. So he's easily recognizable. He had a couple of lines of dialogue. So he's going to be around for a long time. Well, I don't want to say a long time, but he's going to be around for a while. I just hope he's a better shot than the cartel, because you know they've been failing miserably. But I think that you know this guy's a hitter.
When it comes to Tommy, nobody's a good shot. Apparently, nobody's unless you Ghost or unless you're Tariq. Nobody's a good shot when it comes to Tommy. There is no way this guy gonna get any bullet near Tommy.
Really?
He might make a mistake and shoot Marital. He might make a mistake and shoot Flynn's aunt, but he's not going to get any bullets close to Tommy whatsoever. But you can't bring in a character like this and let him be ready whipped, aisle number 7, the food line. He can't be that whipped. He's going to have to be a little better than that. So he's going to get a hit in there, but it ain't going to be Tommy. It's not going to be Tommy.
We'll see. I can't wait to talk to you about it.
Yep. Post your comments, y'all. We're at the last scene, and this is the scene, B. Avery, where I'm saying Vic picked the wrong team. They showed you that tattoo on his neck so that you clearly know it's Vic, and he took out one of the gang members in Tommy's crew. As a matter of fact, he took out one of the leaders of the gang in Tommy's crew, one of the leaders that was saying, look, Tommy, you're just giving us more headache. That's all you're doing. And now I'm sure that Vic did this for 2 reasons. Number one, he knows it's going to put gears in the sand in the gears of Tommy's organization by taking out one of the big gangs that he needs. And then number 2, I think this was his way of saying the person who I think is weaker that's got me hemmed up is not Stacey Marks about to become mayor. It's not her. It's Tommy. I've got to end with Stacey Marks because I'm about to be screwing the assistant to the DNC chair, which will put me a little above Stacy and get me some information on Stacy. The one I need to screw is Tommy. And my question to you, B, is what do you think? Is this going to work out in Vic's favor? What episode is he going to kick the bucket?
Episode 7.
Okay.
I was a bit confused by this scene, but I think that he's going to go out in episode 7. And I think, it wasn't a smart decision. But we're going to see. I want to reserve. I don't want to speculate too much. But yeah,
Okay.
this was a dodo move.
Yeah, man. This was like you thinking you Donald Trump's ICE. Just roll up to Home Depot, pop out, and show Blanky something. Come on, man. I like his character. I hate his character behavior, but I like him because he's a whiny puss boy that
Yeah.
you want to see get whipped. You know what I mean? Like them type of people, you just want to see them get some sweet chin music. And that's why I like the character being on the show, but I hate the character. So y'all let us know what you think. Be sure to like this video, but more importantly, to get the algorithm running for both of us, leave us some comments, even if it's just a heart, a thumbs up, a LOL, a hey, how you doing, a Merry Christmas, a Happy Thanksgiving, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever. Do it so that we can get the algorithm. And before we let Brother Brandon go, B, what's going to be coming on your channel that the people can come take a look at?
Oh man, well, I got a review that we just did recently. I will probably be posting that tomorrow. I think that's called Exit Protocol. Also have reviews coming for In Your Dreams, Selena Ye Los Dinos, and The Last Samurai Standing on Netflix. I got a Wicked review that I'm doing next week as well. I got some trailer reactions. On Sunday, we'll be releasing our episode 4 of Welcome to Derry. And also, Lamont, we're going to be covering Bel Air season 4. Next week as well. I got the screeners today, so that's actually dope. So if you're into all of that, subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you, and let's do it.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, because of what B has been doing in this team up, I've started a brand new, fresh movie and TV review TikTok. And the title is called Movie and TV Breakdowns. Please go over there and subscribe. Basically, this thing is really and truly dedicated to B. Avery because he's the one that drugged me back into this movie and TV show thing. So you'll see a lot of us on some short content there. And I just made a video on one of my 80s babies superheroes, He-Man. There is some news, some set pics, and some reviews, early reviews that have come in that say this thing is some of Travis Knight's best work. I'm excited. I was depressed thinking about how they could ruin this, and now I'm excited. I've seen some of these pictures. The one thing that I said to myself that they had to get right, number one, you've got to play the old song at least one time. Number two, don't be trying to change up that sword. They didn't do that. They kept the sword just the way it's supposed to be. And Battle Cat is really Battle Cat in this thing. Folks, go check out my review. It dropped at 9 o'clock. We're out of here. Until that next sexy as hell video, be sure to check me and B. Avery out. I'm going to give y'all Jasmine Crockett as we get out of here because that's my girl.
Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body. Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body. Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body.